Hello there, my name is K-Hug, you can call me Kyler, and welcome back to my Season 2 Let's Play Minecraft Survival series. Whether you're a long-time subscriber or you just stumbled in here, I want to thank you for all of your support, so hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, share with your friends, and leave some kind words in the comments down below. Before we begin, it's time to take care of two brief updates here. We have two new members to add to our community member counter, up to 151. We are inching closer to that 200 secondary goal, and furthermore, we've got two new guys to add into our Hall of All, or our Hall of All our members, not to be confused with our Hall of All. We have, first and foremost, King. Oh, hold on. There's some grammatical things to do here. So many caps, uncaps. King So Cold, thank you for the comment, and additionally, No Smoke. I really do appreciate all of the constructive criticism, you guys. It is fantastic to receive feedback from you all in ways that I can improve the channel, so thank you so much for that. Now, it's time for us to get into today's video. If it's not evident, I've been in the Nether doing some more gathering. Now, I haven't been doing gathering for this, but doing gathering for a future episode. But what we're going to do today is another one of our items from our new book of quill. We got rid of the kelp farm from last time and the melon farm the episode before, and now we have what's called the south entrance, and all of that is simply getting the entrance built from here. Let me just land right here, all the way connected to the base. You've got the other three entrances done, this being the first one, the second one being having a bridge here, and then our third one I think also has a bridge, yeah, right here. Headed in this early direction, and yes, we've got a lot of extra work to do in these tunnels. That's going to be a very fun episode, doing all of the... Okay, we've got to be a little more careful than that. Thank goodness we have regeneration. So today is going to be focused around getting this across over there, and I haven't really decided how this is going to work, but I think originally I intended bringing this path out, going down a little bit, and then crossing over our little warped chasm here. I think I'm going to do a little terrain modification. I'm going to bring all of this up, and we're going to have one giant bridge that's going to pillar all the way straight across from this elevation without any ups or downs. We're going to see how that looks. So I need to go get a bunch of this netherrack, and we're going to bring these contours back. Now I'm curious. Yeah, see, there's a problem. This whole place is just a regular terrain underneath here. So in order to terrain this back, what we're going to do is I'll probably just leave this, and then from here we'll terrain in a very steep fashion. So technically that level will come out to about here, so it'll be right above our heads right here, and then from here it'll extend straight across to wherever the stairs begin and up and into there. Oh, maybe we can even... Ooh, I just had an idea. This is why we talk through these things. I'm gonna maybe attempt to do a long swooping bridge that kind of comes through here and gradually gets steeper, so it's kind of unnatural. Or we can even do like a large drawbridge situation where it's a big arc up and then back down, but then the stairs make it weird. I don't know. First, let's get the terrain done, and then we can focus on how we're going to design this bridge. Thankfully, we have a surplus of these extra materials, but while I'm doing this, we got to see... Okay, I've got a little of this nylium. We've got to get focused on back onto detailing everything out here. You can see that we did all the detailing from about this edge of this map here all the way around to that bridge, and none of the detailing has really been done in this, you know, quarter section here and exactly where we are working at today. So I need to... Oh, you pesky enderman. So I need to focus on catching back up with all of my terraining. It's gonna be weird. Out here is not gonna have anything, but all of this needs to have this crimson nylium added just for a different texture, and the blackstone. You can see it here, including with the magma blocks and the blackstone. This all looks fantastic. So I got to get that kind of done throughout all of the areas out here. But for now, let's go ahead and just start with this standard netherrack and get a little bit of a hill built up here. It's not really what I had in mind, and it's difficult to kind of see because everything's the same tone, the same color texture, but I definitely extended out this flat bit all the way to about here. So our bridge, the current floor will walk all the way out to roughly here before it starts being elevated above the surface, and then it should bridge over to right in there somewhere. So I think I'm happy with the shape of this. Let's go back and add a little bit of this texturing or this detailing. Like I briefly mentioned, that is just adding in a different color that is similar, yet slightly different, kind of like this, to really accent everything. And then I like adding in some of the magma blocks, which you'll get some in the blackstone along the edges of the crispy burnt lava bits. But let's go ahead. I'm going to go back. I'm going to add in a few of these just to wrap it all up. And then it is time to start thinking about a bridge. So I'm pretty happy with the result of what we got. I got rid of some of the netherite that we didn't need. Actually, we can go and get rid of some more. So we got just one stack. We'll leave some of this nylium just in case. And then these are the 3 blocks for the walkway itself. Now, the walkway, this is the, oh, no, this is the entrance. The walkway itself is just going to come out. And it's all about, again, just that randomness. I try to just keep things unsymmetrical, the opposite of symmetrical, unsymmetrical. And yeah, you just kind of scatter some blocks throughout here like this. Wait, there's no pattern. Put in some of this. And then I gotta be careful. Right here's where this bridge is gonna start. So we gotta start thinking about that. We add in some more pieces here. I'm just trying to make try not to make a pattern. It's more difficult than it looks. And then I want to fill in the rest of this with just some red bits that just kind of mix their way in here. Including, maybe not including that. That would be kind of weird. Let me go ahead and block that off completely. And I think that is going to be the end of it. So this path work just needs to have a few pockets in here. Just a few more of the netherrack in between just to break the, make it look more broken. So this is where the beginning of the bridge is going to go. Let's set up how the bridge is going to begin. I think we just want a pillar coming up on both ends. And the bridge technically will begin right here, so we can kind of break some of this out too. And I'll do the same thing that I just did a bit ago, and it's just about nothing being uniform. And so we've got this kind of broken up. Now the bridge kind of starts, I might even bust out a couple more like that, just to give it some more area here. It is absolutely perfect for Y. It's exactly how we want it. I actually don't like this block. Get rid of that. Let's place one of these other guys back in. This is why we saved him in our inventory. Just like that. Now, the bridge itself is going to be quite expansive. You can see how far we have to go. What I want to do is make sure the end of this bridge matches all the other ones. So let's make a quick jog around the corner. And this bridge comes down from the east entrance to a level of 70. Yes, 70. Same with the north and same with the south. So this bridge, or this staircase here, needs to start where it's at, because obviously this will be the floor, and it needs to go down to 70, which candidly is a long ways down. Holy cow. I don't fully have the block palette, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to step it down a couple more. I think that's 70. We're going to have to check that real quick. Perfect. That is 70. So this bridge is going to go from there to right here, all the way across. I guess what I can do now is just to walk it out. Just like so. That is how long this bridge is going to be. Oh my goodness, it's going to be so amazing. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. But hopefully it's going to look really cool with having like these desert badlands, soul sand badlands beneath. So let me go get a ton more of these brick slabs, and then we'll get this bridge fully fleshed out. That is the bridge deck all complete. This is going to be one massive bridge. Actually, let's get a quick side profile of this thing. Yeah, that's going to be pretty extensive, but I'm actually kind of happy with this. I think it'll be pretty cool. We can add maybe some features, more pillars and stuff like that to really bring it full circle. No pun intended. And, well, you know what? I just totally said no pun intended, like this is a game of circles. It's a game of squares. Now, the next thing this thing truly needs is a supportive beam on both sides of the bridge. Candidly, I would like to also have some supportive pillars somewhere throughout this thing. Obviously, avoiding the giant chasm. So we're going to do a little bit of math here and figure out the position or the placement of these things. So let's go ahead and go through that. Let me walk this out. 4, 6, 8, 10. How far does 11 get us? I think 11 actually gets us a pretty good spot. And then if we were 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then this would be the other pillar. Oh, that is really unfortunate. That's going to have to move, but let's look at the adverse of that there. And this one's going to be bad. Oh, actually, that's perfect. Let's go 11 out, and then we'll put a pillar, and then we'll go 11 and a pillar, and then whatever else is left is just going to have to be. It won't be perfectly spaced. These two gaps will be the same, but I'm not sure what's going to happen down there. I think that'll look pretty good. Maybe I'll build like a little archway down here later so the lava goes under it, or I'll put the pillar down and we'll have a larger pool and go around it, or, you know, just around that direction. We'll figure out what we're going to do with that, but let's continue out to 11. Oh, actually, I think this might be perfect. It might be perfect. Is 4 going to do it? Perfect. It actually ended up being absolutely perfect. The other flip side of all of this is, now that I think about it, is we got to figure out how to get some light sources on this. This is definitely a breeding grounds for, well, all the mobs in the entire area, since everything else is lit except for the desert dune area over here. All the mobs are going to want to spawn on this unlit bridge. So we're going to need to try to figure out how to hide some light sources. And I think what we're going to do is, the other bridges weren't long enough for this, but I may go ahead and hide some glowstone beneath the surface of the bridge. Not quite sure how I'm going to hide it yet from above. That's the ultimate question, is how we're going to hide it. So what I'm going to do is take some of this material. Let's go make sure those other bridges didn't have anything. I don't think we put anything. And the more I think about it, I'm pretty sure I'm correct. I didn't put anything, but let's just take a no. The lava definitely permeated through the floor here and gave us good light coverage. So it definitely is going to come down to just a custom light ambiance, if you will, right underneath this. And I think what I'm going to try to do is make it look natural at the same time. Nothing about this is natural, but if I put like a light source, you know, here, I got to cover it up. Or we do light sources on top in the fashion of like torches and such. Maybe we'll look at doing lanterns across this bridge. All right, big brain moment. I have some lanterns, but I also thought, what about soul lanterns? If this is a soul sand valley. Now I got to figure out how these are going to look. I don't have any sort of railing device on the other bridges, but I wouldn't mind every once in a while. I don't think these pillars are going to be enough. Like on each one of these to light it up. Let's give it a try real quick. I guess I probably shouldn't knock it till I try it. I've only got 4 more, which I might need some more, but I thought about putting some like randomly throughout here. So like, what if I brought this wall out and put one here? That's too center. We don't want center. We don't like center. But out like 3 from that one, a few from that one, and additionally I thought, well, what if I mix? No, I don't like the way that just snapped everything all funny. But I could also do something like that to the lantern on it. Or just these little pokey bits. I kind of like these little pokey bits. Hold on. Those are kind of cool. Not every single one needs it. About like 3. Maybe this one comes out. 5. That's in the center, which I just said I wasn't going to do. But I may be okay with it. And then a lantern goes in the middle. So we had all that, and it had an additional piece. A lantern goes here. I don't know. It looks a little funny, but I think the funny business may be the answer. It's very lantern heavy on this side. I'm not concerned by that. I'll put another one here because I feel like it. And then one more somewhere down in here. And now I got an idea. I could just also have a random lantern right in the middle. We'll put another one of these little sticks on here, maybe. Put a double stick. I don't know what these are for. I'm just throwing pieces out there, to be real honest. I think I'm now just going away from everything I've ever tried to stay true to, and that's organization, and it's complete chaos. But I'm kind of digging the chaos a little bit. If I just keep chucking some of these guys out here, It's a spooky bridge. I think that's what we're going for. I'm gonna live with it for now. I'm not sure I'm in love with it. It's a neat idea. I think the concept's there. I just need to perfect it. But that's not an episode thing today. That's a later project. For now, let me put all this stuff away that we don't need. This this is chaos. This needs to be fixed. There needs to be reprimand for something like this. I've gotta do better. Do better, K-Hug. Now everything else feels semi-complete except for the next task, which quite frankly I think is the worst of the tasks, and that is building these what a waste of a rocket. Building the staircases to and from. Let me go ahead and take a little foot journey to the staircase in question, and that is this thing right here. I need to figure out, oh my gosh, those mustaches look so great. I forgot about these mustaches, those are incredible. I need to figure out how to make this staircase over there, and I did, these 3 staircases in one day, and now I'm here trying to figure out how to do this again. I think it's pretty that guy was on fire and getting in the rain. That Enderman, that was his worst nightmare. I need to figure out how I did oh, there's some blackstone involved. Totally cool, totally down to do this. I just am gonna take some trial and error, I do believe. Did I do blackstone under this one? Oh, I did. Okay, everything's the same. I don't remember putting blackstone down there, but clearly I did. And this one's actually built on a mountain, so it doesn't even have a hollow cavity. And okay, the bridge maybe needs a little decor. Now, seeing it from this angle, I mean, it's a bridge, but it's just kind of a stick bridge. I can do better, K-Hug. I can do better. I think the best way to start this is by, let's see, we'll start on 190. So this right here is officially, that's incorrect. This right here is officially the bottom of a staircase, sealed. It's good to go. Now, it's about building up from there, and by building up, I mean getting off the ground. What am I doing? I'm gonna put a bunch of temporary blocks in here. This is gonna be to help facilitate, oh no. I have realized a significant problem. This is a 1-to-1 staircase, and those are all 2-to-2, or like 2-to-1, I mean, which means this staircase is actually super incorrect because that will be twice as far away. It'll be like here. Maybe inset into the walls, not a problem, but the reverse of that is that I have to shorten this bridge a little bit, which makes not a whole lot of sense. I didn't expect to come to an impasse so soon. Well, I went ahead and just got a little carried away and started laying out the staircase. Now, I'm not completely happy with how far it comes into the hillside here, considering that this is now the start of it. I don't hate the idea of this being the staircase. I just wish it would have stopped about here. That way the arch made sense. But I do have a little bit of forgiveness here, in that this is kind of recessed right here, so it may actually work out quite well in my favor. We won't know until we design the arches on all these doorways, which is good in an upcoming episode, but in the meantime, I think I'm going to live with it. We've at least got direction. We've got a way of getting in and out of the base from this side, which is all we really needed to do for now. The other thing we need to do is go beneath and start designing the underneath of this. So we got to get some of the blackstone and some more of the basalt pillars here, because we're going to go ahead and create this underbelly and get rid of all of this excess stuff here. And then maybe we could even finish off finally after all this time, finish off this basalt kind of perimeter around the bottom of the base here. I know we've got some more to do over there, but we haven't decided how we're going to quite flesh this out yet. But let's go ahead and get the, oh, it's the soul sand. I thought it was a phantom. Let's go ahead and get this underbelly done here. Let's go get some blackstone and we can get started on that. The only unfortunate thing about what I just said is I am out of basalt. So it is time for a journey back into our least favorite place, the Nether. Always gotta be somebody to come to ruin the party, huh? Of course I accepted that. What else could possibly go wrong? Leave me alone. It's time to quit playing around. I'm not sure if that's the place I would go to escape burning. Yeah, okay. That didn't work out well for you. Well, I think we've got enough now, minus all the chaos that happened while we were in there. It's time for us to eat before a phantom comes down and ruins the series. Okay, where it looks like we're good to go. I'm gonna go get some sleep real quick, and then we can get to decorate the bottom of that. Oh my goodness, I take so much fall damage when I fly. Somebody needs to take these wings away from me. Okay, so to start, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to put some temporary blocks facing the wrong direction. We don't want these facing out, we want these facing up at all times. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put a layer of these guys just facing up the way we want them, just to get the, oh my goodness, or 2 in a row. And then we can go into mixing this into the hillside itself, like so. And now I don't think I'm gonna go any farther because I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this entrance yet. We just wanna get this tied back into the stone. So let's go ahead and do the same thing on this side. And now that we got those sides up, the thing you do now is you go back and you add a little bit of change of elevation. You just kind of mix these things up a little bit, make them weird. Weird is good. That one might be a little tall. Let's nip a couple of these off. I'm wondering if I get rid of that and get rid of that. I want this to have one on there. Okay, I like that better. And then we can shape it down from the bottom and below as well. But I think I also want to do 2 layers out in some places. Especially in these sides that have a tie into the mountain. Like this should definitely peel out like this for sure. But even down here in these lower bits, I want to bring up some of this other stuff. This is actually perfect that this rock is here. But now it's going to get a little tricky because we got to get rid of all of these upside downs. Fix them with some right side rounds. But then also make sure they tie into all of the decor. We may also make this a solid bottom rather than having an open face here. And all this temporary block can technically come out now. We won't need this anymore. Because we also need to get the black stone filled in here as well. So everything's looking good. The black stone just fills in some of these compartments down here to block off anything like that. We got to go ahead and fix the sides. And now I think overall, since this is going to tie back into the wall, we're going to go ahead and connect that in an interesting way. What I might do, ooh, okay, I got some ideas here. I want to dig some of this out. We're going to put some of this black in here because I think that's a good transition piece. And then we're going to take out some of these walls. Like that. I'll leave a gap in this one. This one can go up a couple. Again, leaving a gap. But behind there, I got to make sure I fill in these other pieces. I like the way that's coming around. We need some more. We can go ahead and just craft it right in our inventory. I'm actually going to leave that one out, and we'll go ahead and put a little bit in there like that. I think that pretty much breaks everything up. It looks kind of cool underneath here. I like the added black stone on the base here. I may even go as far as getting rid of some of the soul sand just because the layering doesn't really make sense the way they were interacting with one another. But I kind of like, or I do like, not even kind of, I like the way this little areas come together. Now we've got a lot of basalting to do along this whole face. I don't think we'll worry about that this episode, but I really am liking the way this is coming out. We can go ahead and, let's go ahead and tie these together. I think tying these together is going to bring this kind of full circle, if you will. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to just keep this pattern, or the lack thereof, up by bringing around these pillars and getting ready to go up. Filling everything in as intended. The hardest part is figuring out where to stop. Like, where do you want the transition to go from stone to the basalt? And really, there's no system that I use. It's all, again, everything I do. Because this is supposed to look natural, and things that are natural are not rigid. They're all fluid. Is by just filling in, and wherever it lands, it lands. Like, I might even leave a little gap here. This stone's for sure gotta go. Gotta also be careful we don't put too many like basalt blocks together, because that also makes it look a little too forced. You can't force natural terraining. The one way you can mess this up, I guess, is by I like the way this little flat spot in this little hole in here. But then when you find a hole like this, the next best thing is go, oh, well, this could just be another natural lava flow that comes down, turns, hits here. Let's go ahead and guide it down a little bit. So you go ahead and put this and this, pop out a couple blocks, and go ahead and do one more as well. Fill some of this in with decor. And now lava can properly flow down. And I think we'll take that lava right out in this other direction and connect it to this flow that already exists. You're not going to be able to see it from the map because of the bridge, but I think we'll get the gist. Okay, okay, I like it. I think maybe this is getting really nitpicky. I think maybe adding in some different elevation. This I think is too tall, but then this is all too similar. I think I want to chop down some of this. Yeah, I'm liking that better already. I think we gotta get rid of some of the lengthiness. Is a little much. I think I'll leave that double there. On this side, I've already kind of cut down a little bit. So I think, yeah, that looks way better for the staircase. Like I said, we've got a lot of basalt to do along the edge here. Do we have enough in our inventory? You know what? We've got enough. Let's go ahead and just get this side done. I want to be done with it. I think that's going to be pretty good. Yes, I do like that a lot. I might even go as far as, let's add in one more block right there to kind of cover up where the lava comes out. But I think that looks way better than it did before. There's a little bit of a blockiness going on this face, but there's something we could probably do with that in the future. All right, I'm not quite in love with the bridge. I'll figure out some other thing. This is just a quick solution. I do like the way that turned out. I'm happy with the design we did over here. We gotta get the lava flow in, and the stairs did come out, as everything else, quite good. Now I'm still a little distraught about how deep in here these stairs came, because this will be the actual entrance. It's really recessed compared to those that stick out of the wall, and then I can fill in the stone around. And I haven't done the other two yet, but we'll figure out how this works. This is recessed up here a little bit, so maybe that'll all help tie in the terrain a little bit better. But in the meantime, I guess I was going to kind of come to a close there, but I think let's go ahead and get our lava situation out of the way. I'm going to try to be very minimalistic and make these 4 buckets work. So let's just wait for the lava to flow its full force all the way down. And hopefully it makes it. We're going to need a little bit more probably down in this region, but I think this should come all the way down to about there. We'll put a block, 1 block there, 2, 3. Yeah, we're going to need maybe 2 or 3 more. Let's see how far this will come. See how the lava flow looks. Yeah, very shallow. So we'll put one here. That'll fill up. Goodness me, I forget. If you stand on soul sand for some odd reason. Oh, I just realized the problem. Soul sand is technically not, it's 1 pixel shorter than every single full block in the game, meaning that the lava technically is higher on the edges of soul sand than it is anywhere else, which means we could definitely burn ourselves if we step anywhere beyond the center of this block. Now it looks like we need like 1, 2, 3. Let's go get 1 more gathering of lava, and I think that'll be perfect. Now, carefully inch my way in here. I think 1 there, 1 here. Waste another one for that side there. I like the way that corner work looks. I think it all works out. I'm going to get rid of this because I will burn myself if I don't. So let's go ahead and just fill that in. That'll even everything out. It is time to update the map, and I hope this all looks really well. But one last quick glance, we can go ahead and get a good overview, maybe, if I can control these rockets by landing right up on base. Perfect. That is a very large bridge indeed. And quite frankly, still, I flew by a little moment ago, and I just don't think I like the profile being the side view of this. So maybe I'll bulk up these pillars, maybe add some additional things along the edges. I don't know. We're going to come up with some designs, or if you got any ideas, let me know on how to make this bridge look better. Right down there in the comments. But let's go ahead and update our map so we can see this thing in full view. It's gonna be nice finally having all of the directions completely designed out. All these inches. This one I think is my favorite because it doesn't have a bridge. The bridges just add these big gray blocks, which I'm not super happy with. So this one's just going to be a huge gray line, but let's go ahead, give it a look. Okay, there it is. It populated. I just turned the map. Darn it. And there it is. Why does it seem like there's not any of the... It's all gray. What's the black features in this? Hold on. Why does that look so... Oh, well, first off, the map's not done. Are we close enough to do this? Hold on, let's walk a little bit this way. That ought to be close enough. And make sure to put this back in the right spot. Okay, so the stairs look the same as these stairs over here. You know, these little bits here. But why does the pathwork itself not look the same? Oh, it's because of the railings that we put on. It broke up the pieces itself, and the dots are the lanterns. That's actually kind of cool that we can see exactly where we put the lanterns at. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that or not, but I think it looks okay. I'm also concerned on why these little things have these little hooks and this side doesn't. I think that's a me problem. I got some more processing to do. We've got a lot more to do here, and I think it's going to be a day of me sitting AFK at the piglin farm, getting some more blackstone so we can finish the exterior facade of the base. Like these bits here are not even close to being filled in, but we've done the majority of the sides, so we don't have too much work to do. But we'll figure that out. That's a me problem, not a you problem. So I think that is gonna bring us to an end. I think that's gonna do it for us today. So I appreciate you all coming and hanging out with me today. If you're still here hanging out, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like, share it to friends, and leave some kind words in the comments down below. Beef here apparently wants to be part of the outro. There you go, Beef. How you like that, buddy? Yeah, as always, stay beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.